What's up, dude? Hey, strangers. I had a little extra time today before I have to go to training and stuff. So I thought, why not do a what are my gym bag essentials? This is my big mama. I've had this thing literally for 5 whole evers. Obviously it's a little chunky and a little full right now, so I'm gonna have to unpack it and then I'll show you like everything that I put in it day to day. Cause I change my gym bag based off of what I'm training for that day. Also, those shop ADIDAS, they're actually having a summer sale right now. So go check that out. It's all of the apparel and shoes and items that are not normally included in sales. And this does include Prime Day sales. Yay! Let's unpack my bag here. Also, sorry about the cups. I don't know if you can see them, but they're a little intense today. I have some on the back of my neck. I don't know if you can see or if I just totally like blocked your view with my hair. Anyways, let's dive into it. We're gonna start with the big fat pocket of like where everything normally goes. Right on top, my favorite blender bottle in the entire world. I always get the ones, I don't know if it's focused, but I always get the ones with the lock top because I take a scooter to my lifting facility. So the last thing that I want is for my blender bottle to open and explode and my bag is covered in supplements and water and everything is ruined. So always, always, always the lock top blender bottle. Next, we have my lifting sleeves. I'm a power lifter. I'm gonna start a foundation of power lifters against sleeves because those smell nasty. I just hate the way that they feel on my legs. Like I know they're doing exactly what they should do, but since I got them to now, they used to just be like kind of like ooh around my knee, but I have put on some muscle in that area of my leg and now they're like the entire time I have them on. And I'm very anti-physical touch, so having something like squeezing me at all times is my worst nightmare. Nothing against the brand though, they do their job great. They've lasted me an entire national season so far, so yeah, and nothing bad to say about the brand, I just don't like the equipment itself. We have bands and cable attachments from a little like set that I got in Amazon. I just did leg day yesterday, so you know those cable kickbacks were kicking my butt, quite literally. Then we have my back gloves. I hate cardio, I get so bored. Personally, I think the Stairmaster is like the world's worst invention, so is the treadmill. I just get like so distracted. And I know everybody says like, oh, put a show on and put it in front of your, read a book. Blah, blah. The only time I have ever done something on a treadmill and been able to focus was when I had an exam that I thought I was gonna completely bomb, and I had my school tablet in front of me and I was like note-taking and running at the same time and like typing and looking at papers and stuff, and the papers got all sweaty. Anyways, I'm not big on cardio, so I have started taking up boxing recently, and that's where that came from. With that comes my wraps that I put under my gloves. These are from work. Back to our more lifting. These are my current lifters. I'm not gonna show you the brand, but they are from Amazon. They were super cheap. They've done great, as you can tell. They're the hard-soled bottoms that you see like Olympic lifters and power lifters like myself who have long femurs or like just a tall build in general. A lot of us will wear stacked shoes or blocked shoes. So that's what these guys are. I'm looking to upgrade. My dream lifting shoe is actually the ADIDAS Drop Set 3, and they just came out with this like neon green Drop Set 3. I can't see green very well, and as soon as these got released, I was like, ooh, that's green, and I want them so bad. Plus, Alona Mayer wears them, and I just love her. She is so awesome, and like one of my biggest role models. Soon, hopefully, I will be upgrading my lifters. But for now, they live in my gym bag. Okay. This one is the hit or miss for me. This is my pre-workout. It is ProSup's Mr. Hyde's signature pre-workout. And let me tell you what, I don't know what they mean by signature, but what I take to mean by signature is the fact that it feels like my entire face is on fire every time I use it, and I just like, I get the itch and I'm like walking around and I'm like, like I just don't feel, I don't feel human when I take it, which a lot of people don't like. I don't mind it because most pre-workouts work because they have caffeine in them. I fall asleep if I have too much caffeine. So I kind of need something that's gonna be like, and this guy does exactly that. Here is the, I don't know if you can see it, but the nutrition information if you want it. In general, it's like a mid-level caffeine. It's 196 milligrams. Beta-alanine 2 grams, creatine 1 gram. Some of these other ones don't really matter that much, but yeah, this is my pre-workout. So anytime I don't have like a sugar drink or energy drink or something, I will take that. Or if I missed my creatine for the day, I'll take a scoop of that, so at least I get a gram. 2 of my prized possessions. First up, my roller. It's a Trigger Point. It was like $5 at Five Below. Best thing I've ever used. I keep it in my gym bag every single day because I am terrible at stretching. There you are. I'm terrible at stretching. And sometimes for me, when I just like have to rush in and out of the gym, foam rolling is so much easier to get accomplished. And then my lacrosse ball. As a softball player, you would think that this would be my like mortal enemy, but I cannot survive without this thing. Random points throughout the day, I will literally just go up to something and just be going like this. And you can use it on your legs, you can use it, the big one is on your calves, like if you have tight calves. It's really, really easy to roll as like a pinpoint location. So if you have a specific spot on you that's really, really sore, lacrosse ball. Then just an extra t-shirt. This just happens to be our Nationals t-shirt from this year, but I always keep that in my bag because I'm notorious for spilling things, and obviously my pre-workout is red, so not my best choice, but I always have an extra shirt just in case. And then in a totally normal drawstring bag that doesn't mean anything, that didn't come from anywhere, I keep my chalk. And in my completely normal bag is my chalk sock. And if you don't know, this is Friction Labs chalk. I will get to that. It's actually in a second pocket of mine. But it is Friction Labs chalk. It is the only chalk that I will ever use. Specifically this guy right here, Bam Bam. Bam Bam or bust. I love it. Obviously, I do not go anywhere without it as a lifter. But that brings us to our next pockets. I have a rag, just 1 for sweat, like if I go to the sauna that day, or 2, sometimes the facility doesn't have like towels and spray bottles out, so if I get chalk everywhere on a bench or on a bar, I just like to wipe it down because it comes right off. I don't need to spray anything to get the chalk off, so sometimes a rag is the best way to go. Now to the boring stuff. I have 10 gajillion snackaroos. And if you're a 90s baby, not literally the snackaroos or the dunkaroos, just like snacks. I just be like dropping to the floor sometimes. My blood sugar gets really low really fast. And sometimes I just need to sit down and snack on like 2 packs of fruit snacks, 10 Sour Patch Kids, and a protein peanut butter bar, whatever it might be. And then I also keep Jolly Ranchers. I don't use those as often. Those are more for when I'm cutting and I need to spit in a cup. So I'll just suck on the Jolly Rancher and spit in a cup. It's gross, I know, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I have chapstick and, focus. Chapstick and deodorant. If you don't like Native, I don't care. Keep it to yourself. It works for me, I'm gonna keep using it. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. That's fine. But while we're here, I might as well, because I will be leaving for the gym soon. But okay, let's put in everything that I would need on a normal powerlifter's gym day. The very first thing I'm gonna put in, like I said, my foam roller and my lacrosse ball. I'm lazy, rarely ever do I stretch, so myofascial rolling techniques are my go-to. Then, I'm gonna skip my lifters because recently I haven't been using my blocked shoes as much. I've been trying to work really hard on like getting my dorsiflexion a little bit better so that I can have like that leverage and making my base of support better. So I'm skipping my lifters for now. I'm going straight for my chalk. Like I said, I cannot go anywhere without this, and if I am truly having a powerlifting day, that means I will be doing either some kind of bench, whether it's incline, flat bench, Larson press, whatever it might be. I will need this. The benches are super slippery. So that guy is going in there. Especially, I don't know if I said this, but I'm also a low bar squatter. So that means like I'm holding the bar down here below my upper traps. And I do not want like 200 plus pounds to be slipping off my back at any given time. Then, for me specifically, sorry, I don't know if I just smacked you, but for me specifically, it's gonna be my snacks. Very, very important to me that I'm not passing out in my workout, that everything is going okay like it should be. So if I could keep a whole pantry with me, I would, but I can't. So for now, it's just my sour candy and peanut butter bars. Deodorant should be a given. Chapstick is already in there. Everybody should be doing that. Some of y'all stink. Okay. I kind of skipped this because it fell out of my bag, but I always keep 2 pairs of headphones. These are both J-Labs headphones. These are over-the-ear noise canceling. Which way do they go? Over-the-ear noise canceling. And then these are in-the-ear noise canceling. I feel like I was just yelling. I don't know. Sorry if I just yelled at you. But those will go in my bag. Normally I will wear them to the gym, like I said, since I scooter there. This is the saddest part of my video. Normally, I record all of my SBD sets, so squat, bench, deadlift. But the other day, somebody broke my tripod. She's so sad, look at her. So I need to get a new one. I have had this thing for probably 2-3 years at this point, and it is just now busted. So I'm really sad. But I think the same one is still for sale on Amazon for like 15 bucks right now since it's Prime Day. So I could always just get another one. But it's just the fact that I've had it for so long and now I don't have a tripod for like a whole nother however many days before I decide to get a new one. Such a shame. But that normally would go in my bag on any given gym day. My Helix bands, I didn't really go into what these are. So I have my lifting straps in here, which I'm not gonna preach that. I think if you know what it does for you, you know what it does for you. It can truly increase your gains by a lot. I just don't think people should rely on them the way they do if you're training for a sport like powerlifting. If you're just going to the gym to go to the gym, grip strength probably doesn't matter as much to you. But like if I can pull 330 pounds on deadlift, but I can't grip it for long enough to get into a lockout position, what the heck is the point of being able to lift that much? But I also have these bands. These have been a favorite since I was a softball player. Hit a couple of these guys, or my old favorites, these. And I also do have those cable attachments that I was mentioning. I mostly use them for my legs, for the cable kickbacks, the ones that go around your ankle, because those are the only ones that my school facility does not have. I am gonna throw in my knee sleeves just because they're safe, and sometimes they help, especially on like leg press or hack squat or anything like that where I'm going to extreme depth. I just want to protect my knees a little bit for super, super heavy weight. That being said, I do not do every exercise with them. And until I get to like 90% or 100% of my highest working set, I will not use my knee sleeves. I will put them on, I will have them nearby, but I will not actually fold them over my knees until I get to that like very last set, or until I like feel myself starting to get really, really fatigued, just to protect myself. Then every powerlifter knows a good belt. This one is a Naka Power. I've had it for literally 5 whole evers. I think I got it right out of high school, or like my first year of college, and I've had it ever since. As you can see, it's pretty loved. It has permanent chalk stains on there. Rag, that one's not super exciting, but definitely a necessity. Blender bottle, 100%. I would say these two on the same level. Every once in a while, I'll throw these guys in. These are just extra clips. I travel a lot, and I'm talking like 5 states every month or so. So sometimes having clips is just easier than learning a new facility or trusting that a new facility is gonna have what I need. So I'll throw those guys in there. And then last but not least, but totally least, my lifters. Because I really am trying to work on getting better with like my range of motion and hip mobility, ankle mobility, all that kind of stuff. But until then, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Very last will be any kind of supplements that I have. And that is a typical gym day. So if you notice, I didn't do any of my boxing stuff. I don't have any like extra supplements. Like I leave my BCAAs and creatine until I get home. Protein shakes, I'll stay at home unless I know I have a long cardio day, like lifting straight into 40 minutes of cardio. I don't want to miss that opportunity to get my protein in. So sometimes I'll bring a protein shake to have like while I'm on the treadmill or doing something like that. But yeah, here she is. Oh, I'm a little taller than I expected. One day I will get a new bag, but this one has my name on it and it's super cool and I've had it forever, so I really don't want to get rid of it. But ADIDAS, maybe you could help me upgrade here soon. That is unpacking and packing my gym bag for a typical powerlifter day, which is actually not today. I have a very short session planned today, which is nice. That being said, go shop Friction Labs. I can't recommend them enough. They're my favorite. I will never use any other chalk. It doesn't stain unless you're my powerlifting belt who gets it in the same spot every single time, every single day for the next like 5 years. It's super great stuff. I have a 6-ounce pack and I've had that same pack for multiple months, at least since November, and it's July now and I haven't run out. So really good stuff. You don't need a lot of it. As always, shop ADIDAS, go shop their sale. It won't last forever. Some really, really good stuff is on the sale list now. And I will attach that link below so you guys kind of know what you're looking at. I recommend getting the app. It makes it super simple, and then you do qualify to get those things that are straight from Prime and still get your ADIDAS points. Anyways, I'm about to go gym. Y'all have a great day. Don't be a stranger. Remember, there's nobody stranger than me. So I think we're good for now. But as always, be kind, be an athlete, and go crush it, I guess. Okay, bye.